The other big wrinkle from a strategy perspective, an ecosystem perspective, is trying to figure out, am I a scale business where I have to figure out how I can enable a small number of people to reach lots of customers, so more of your retail or your advisor business? Or am I a depth business? I've got 20 sovereign wealth funds that are potential targets. I know them all very well, right? And how do I think about helping those people understand what the tools and what the platform can do for them? And so we really like to help people think through which they are, and the two stories I'm going to take you through will actually illustrate both differently. But when you're in a scale model, it's about one-to-one, right? It's about this ability of having one person engage with lots of people, but feel like it's in person and it's one-to-one, right? So if you think about a salesperson or a business development manager who's got to talk to and reach a whole territory of advisors, you're going to think about which ones of those do I want to meet in person and which ones do I want to engage with through digital platforms and channels. And so you think about configuring the platform and using the platform in different ways. The flip side of that is one-on-one, right? Where you have somebody who's got a very close, long-lived personal relationship with the client, or even a team of clients, particularly on the institutional side. And how do you really help them leverage the tools and leverage the insights that they can capture in the tools to drive a lot of efficiency out of the other parts of the platform? And one of the key things to think about in this is that when you're in one-to-one, you're creating content using the technology to then push that content out to lots of different segments of customers and test how that's working, gather more insights about your customers' needs along the way, and feed it back into a cycle that then allows you to push more content out. Versus a one-to-one, you're really sort of starting with a very rich and deep understanding of the client and trying to think through, okay, how do we leverage that understanding of the client, of their preferences, of their needs in the future, and feed that into the rest of the ecosystem so that we can actually really create meaningful engagements with them and allow our relationship manager to show up with the right information at the right time and really go beyond being perceived as somebody who's there pushing a set of products, but really somebody who's there who can take the entire capabilities of the firm and make them available to the client and figure out and work with the client to make them available.